something completely different.
There is this mutant. Again, I never want to hear people wonder why the rich and elite get away with things, and then you have this example.
Happy hot topic.
All right, Bobby, thank you. Tonight, more victims on board that ferry that was hit by another boat more than a week ago.
By the millionaire boat that's going to get away with it because of his money.
Now sharing their stories. A Palm Harbor father died in that incident. Several people injured following the crash, too, and it was captured on a camera.
Fuck you, Jeffry Knight. It's not Jeffrey. He doesn't have an E. It's Jeffry Knight. Your mom was too stupid to have the correct spelling of your name.
The other boat was driven by Jeffry Knight. He's a prominent business owner who stepped down from his position at Janus Live following that crash. But
yeah, he stepped down from Janus Live, but his son is pretty much in charge of it, and he still owns some of the land, so he's fine. He just has less work to do now.
Passengers on the Clearwater Ferry say that is not enough. They say it's time for accountability. So far, no arrests have been made.
I don't think arrests are going to ever get made. He definitely got away with it. Like I said, I have some inside info. First, I had a cop who was on the scene message me and tell me that if you blow a 00 with a breathalyzer, that they don't have to blood test you because he probably had cocaine and mushrooms in his body. And the second thing is the fact that I had a Janus Live employee reach out to me and he was scared for his life. If you have somebody with that much power in this area, that's not good.
Investigates Jennifer Titus joining us with new information and how
what up, baby?
Ferry passengers are upset about statements from those on board Knight's boat.
Yeah, we sat down with two of the ferry passengers today who say the claims made to investigators are simply not true.
Of course not. Why would he tell the truth? He had his lawyer on the phone with him the whole time telling him how to get away with it, which is smart, but it's like douchebag smart, you know?
Brenda Alvarez and Marcos Pacheco were on the ferry when Knight's boat crashed into the ferry. They had just...
I wonder what it's like for Knight. He probably was on coke and shrooms. I think it was the shrooms that probably made him not sure where he was in that moment. Because sometimes when things go wrong while you're on shrooms, I have no experience on it, but it feels worse than it is. And I'm not saying this wasn't bad, but when you look at Jeffry Knight's eyes, he looks effed up.
Alvarez and Marcos Pacheco were on the ferry when Knight's boat crashed into the ferry. They had just gone to the Sugar Sand Festival with their kids.
Yeah, you know, just trying to have a good time, and a millionaire doesn't know how to, operate a boat. The problem was he had it on automation, which you're not supposed to do on that water.
They both remember the night of the crash very well. Brenda was thrown to the ground during the impact and still has a lot of pain. They are trying their best to recover and question some of the statements being made by Knight's lawyer.
It's very weird how it's like he hit all these people of different ethnicities, and it's like they're just here, they're working their ass off in this country, and then you have the rich white millionaire pretty much take a life and, pretty much ruin everyone else's life and traumatize them, and then it's like, oh, but my poor boat. It's just sad, man. I'm very tired today because it's a Monday and it's cloudy, so I'm not yelling like I have before, but I'll say it again. Fuck you, Jeffrey.
Knight's lawyer says that allegations of leaving the scene are without legal basis.
Without legal basis? There's camera footage of you leaving. And the only reason you came back is because the cops put the spotlight on you, bud.
Says that Jeff stayed to offer aid but had to leave because his boat was taking on water.
Oh no, my poor boat's taking on water, but because of me, someone lost a life and others are traumatized, but my poor boat. That is your typical millionaire scumbag thing where they care more about their items than humans.
Pacheco and Alvarez say the truth is Jeffry Knight left the scene of the crash.
Of course he did.
Their lawyer also says that comments made about the captain and passengers being distracted by dolphins in the area is false, and that blaming the victims for this crash is offensive and...
Yeah, can you imagine like you get into a car crash and you hit the car head on and you're like, you're in my way!
Improper.
I just hope that the investigation carries through and whoever's found at fault is held accountable. And
they won't be, bud. I'm sorry. I was talking to people that were from Tampa. I guess Jeffry Knight used to own a cable company, and like they were known for, I got to be careful here because I don't want to go through a lawsuit. I don't want to become a millennial Bubba the Love Sponge where I speak to my mind and the truth, but I get sued. The alleged rumor, because they would never do this, is that everybody was like a crackhead that worked for this company or something. Jeff Knight's just a bad guy. And then there was like somebody that worked with him that like committed suicide, and it kind of has a little bit of a Clinton vibe to it, if you know what I mean. Just not a dad you want to work for.
And like I said, my family and I can just move on from this and heal.
I just like to hope that the authorities do their best.
Nah, they're not. Somebody in the authorities is probably friends with them and helped them get away with it.
To consider our feelings and everything that we went through.
They don't care about your feelings. It's all about money. If that was me doing this, or can you imagine if these people that we're listening to on this clip from 10 Tampa Bay, if they're the ones that were driving the ferry, they'd be arrested. But when it's a local scumbag mutant millionaire, and that's why people hate this country.
And we're hoping for a good outcome, I guess.
It's not going to happen. I'm sorry.
You could say I don't have the words.
Now, we did reach out to Knight's lawyer
And what's he going to say?
once again, asking if Knight or passengers on his boat would go on camera, but we were told that they are reluctant to speak publicly because of what they're calling vicious online commentary.
I'm one of them. I'm not the only Tampa radio host that's doing it, too. I wonder if he's seeing it. I mean, people at Janus have hit me up.
They did send us a third letter that they have sent to FWC investigators.
Yeah, now the FWC can kiss my ass. They definitely defended them.
What they are asking for, coming up all new tonight.
Whatever. Here's what I'll say, Jeff Knight. If you're not talking to others because of the hate you got online, you are known as a terrible boss. You are known as a creep that nobody likes being around. You have a terrible reputation. So, of course, you would hide from it. You're a coward.
Portland, Maine. Miscongeniality. Jordan Hudson is not. Bill Belichick's 24-year-old girlfriend fell short yet again in the Miss Maine beauty pageant.
Yeah, she's got a huge frown on her face. Maybe if you weren't such an imbecile, people would actually want to vote for you.
Placing third Sunday, and she couldn't hide her disappointment. Hudson, who came in second in the contest last year, once again didn't have quite the stuff to strut all the way to the crown.
She's just douchey vibes. You look at her, you're like, shut up, honey.
She looked dejected behind her beaming stage smile as the results were read aloud, and it was revealed she'd landed one place worse than she did in 2024.
Karma.
Then, off stage, after the contest ended, Hudson's face remained downcast as her bodyguard rebuffed reporters clamoring for questions.
Whatever. It's not that big of a deal, honey. Just know that no one really likes you.
Happy hour. Happy hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy hour will be right back.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
As a reminder, if you don't feel like listening to this next song, you can skip.